Good morning, everyone. This is Angela Kellerman, and I am a trainer for the new Homesource Professional platform. And Suzanne Rain, my colleague, also a trainer, is on the back end of this webinar. She'll be answering your questions today throughout the webinar. This is the Working with Buyer and New Builds in Today's Market. Before we get started, there should be a chat feature on your screen. If you could go into chat, please, and let us know that you can hear us fine. We like to make sure that we get a good response with that so that we know the audio is good on our end. There may be some people we've had in the past have problems with the audio cutting in and out or not working well, and we found that is something on their end, maybe a connectivity issue or something with their device. But we do like to go in now and make sure that a lot of you can hear, and that way we can proceed with the rest of the webinar knowing that you can hear. A lot of you are responding, and Suzanne, let's see, it looks like everyone can hear, so that's great. From this point forward, we won't be using the chat feature for anything else. So the Q&A feature is what you need to use to ask your questions. We can do a lot of things through the Q&A that we can't do through the chat, like run reports. We can see if any questions got missed and get those responded to by email. We can also run reports to see if questions were asked repeatedly, so that we can maybe incorporate that into our future webinars. So again, please use the Q&A feature for questions. We won't be checking chat. So thank you for that. I'm going to hide my floating tool bar up here, which you can't see, but I can, and it's in my way. There we go. All right, so basically, we're going to go over some different things, and we're going to try to show you some keys to success for real estate professionals and home buyers. All right, so as I mentioned, I'm Angela Kellerman. I'm an NHS Pro trainer and marketing specialist for the BDX, and Suzanne Rain is also a trainer and integration specialist for BDX. BDX is Builders Digital Experience, and they are the company behind the new Homesource Professional platform. I'll be presenting and teaching today, and Suzanne will be on the back end. She's awesome, so she'll be really wonderful at answering your questions. Today's agenda, in the first section, we'll go over an overview of BDX and NHS Pro or New Homesource Professional. In part 2, we'll take a deeper dive into showing and selling new homes. Part 3, we'll circle back to the NHS Pro platform and go over some tools and the support that we provide for you. And then in the last section, part 4, we'll do some frequently asked questions and answers. So a quick overview of BDX. New Homesource Professional or NHS Pro, we never refer to it as NHS or New Homesource because that's a different product geared toward builders. NHS Pro is a free platform. So builders partner with us to upload their listings to the platform. And then we created this NHS Pro for agents, and it's for agents to use at no cost to the agents. It helps real estate professionals show and sell new homes by giving you a search engine to search new construction homes, and then be able to push those properties out to your buyers and do some other things that we'll kind of cover here in just a little bit. As I mentioned also, it's from Builders Digital Experience or BDX, and BDX is owned by the building industry. There's a core consortium of builders that actually own Builders Digital Experience. We set the industry standard for new home listing data. And the listings, as I mentioned also, are supplied by the builders. They're supplied directly by the builders. So all the information, all the listings and all the information within those listings on the platform are uploaded directly by the builder. There's no third party involved. It comes straight from the builder. And the vast majority are updated daily. So basically, I would say 85% are on an automatic feed, and those are updated daily. There's maybe 15% that do it manually, maybe some of the smaller builders. And while we hope that they do it daily, sometimes those are delayed a little bit, but you're able to tell within the platform when you're searching a listing when it was last updated. So you can check there. But the builders do update those listings. And we partner with leading MLSs and brokerages across the country. So if you're with a partnered MLS, they get things like we notify them every month, a few weeks early about upcoming webinars. And so they're able to share that with their members. And they provide NHS Pro to all of their members. So if you're with, for example, me, I'm with Austin Board of Realtors here in Austin. And I log into my MLS, and every member of ABOR has an NHS Pro account. They have the icon on their dashboard for NHS Pro. I just click that icon, and it takes me directly into my NHS Pro account, and I'm already logged in. So there's some great benefits to being with a partnered MLS or broker. But if you're not with a partnered MLS or broker, you can still have an account. It just would be through www.newhomesourceprofessional.com. We co-brand with our partners so that when you have your NHS Pro account opened, you would see our logo and your MLS logo as well. So the platform is free to everyone. How you get your account might be get into your account might be a little different, but it's free to everyone. And at the end of the day, we're just trying to help agents and builders and buyers succeed. So we're hoping to have agents and builders serve buyers in the most successful way to both parties. Here is a slide that shows the main screen of your New Home Source Professional account. Again, it can be a very valuable tool for agents. BDX doesn't give or sell leads currently, but there are these tools that we provide you within this platform that if you work them together and really work the platform, you have a great potential to gain leads through the platform. And these leads, of course, then are free to you. And this is just a slide of what the main page looks like in the New Home Source Professional account. All right, key elements of qualified leads that agents generate using NHS Pro at no cost. Again, the platform is completely free to agents. What you see is what you get. There's no upsell or anything like that. And we never, ever, never share your buyer's name and contact information with any builder. However, we do share your name and contact information. The agent's information gets shared with the builder. So when you share properties to a buyer, and maybe you shared listings by 3 or 4 different builders, then you will likely get contacted by 3 or 4 different builders. And unfortunately, their template seems to be the same for buyers and agents. So they may be reaching out to you as if it looks like you're the buyer. Just reach out back to them, let them know, hey, I'm the agent. We had a buyer that might be interested in your property. Just give them the 411 and use that as a golden opportunity to build relationships with those builders and to seek out the on-site people and build relationships with them. As you know, real estate's all about building relationships. And I think transactions go a lot smoother when you build good rapport with other listing agents, other vendors, and on-site agents for the builder are basically the listing agent for the builder. So just create those relationships and have the transaction go much more smoothly. Our promise is to respect and protect your relationship with your buyer. And we give you these tools, and we're always trying to make the platform better to do just that, to respect and protect your relationship with your buyer. Our mission is to help agents and builders partner effectively using the NHS Pro and free related tools. So I think that maybe I read, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 6 months or so ago, that about 80% of all buyers use an agent. And this is lumped in with the new construction properties. So a great majority of agents, of buyers have agents when they do a transaction with the builder. And most builders know this and recognize this, and a lot of them appreciate this. There are some, especially with what happened through the pandemic, that kind of, I don't know, just decided they didn't need agents. And so they stopped paying commissions. They certainly stopped doing promotions because they didn't need to do that. And I don't know if they got a little greedy, but it affected, it has affected the platform somewhat, in that some of the builders are not on the platform because the platform is geared to agents to help their buyers. We certainly don't want builders on the platform that are not paying commissions or co-brokering. You shouldn't be finding any of that. We're still in the process of getting that all accomplished in a market where it's changing so quickly, and builders are changing their policies quickly, and often it can be a challenge to stay on top of it. But rest assured, we are trying to stay on top of it. And we want you to have the most listings that you can possibly find on the platform. We partner with over 1,000 builders across the country, and we would love to get more and more and more listings to make this even more valuable to agents and their buyers. But at the same time, we want to maintain that balance. We want to make sure that these builders are co-brokering with agents, because we want you to get paid. Otherwise, what value would it really be to you and your business? I do see a lot of builders starting to pay commissions again, and builders that I've worked with have been very gracious and appreciative of me and my buyers. So hopefully that is what is going to be the norm here quickly. Agents generate highly qualified incremental leads at no cost. So basically, you're in here, you're really working this platform, you're pushing out these properties to your buyer, you're marketing yourself as a new home sales expert in social media and so forth and so on. Then that's the way you're going to generate leads for yourself. And again, the leads then are free to you. You've worked for it, you've used the tools to get it, they're your leads. We'll see over here to the right of the slide, this is where a search has been done in the Georgia area. This is getting a little bit old, the slide, but it just shows you what that search pool would look like. And you can search all homes, you can search communities, and these are the properties that you would then be able to send out to your buyers. And then the filters section here across here. Okay, making it a one-stop search for to-be-built and quick move-in homes. On the left here, you see a home status legend. Completed homes are the blue houses. Under construction are the lined houses. Plans are the dotted lines, and then the model homes. That just tells you when the search results populate, then you'll know where these homes are in the process. Under construction is everything from just started to almost finished. So you would have to contact the builder on those homes to see when they would in fact be completed. And depending on whether your buyer wants to move in quickly or have a say-so in the process and wants to wait a little bit, know which ones you would push out to your buyer in that particular category. In the center, it's kind of the preview mode, shows you the home and a few details. You'll notice this request to register client. You would see this throughout the platform, and that just sends a note to the builder asking the builder to give you information on how you would, in fact, register your client with the builder. Each builder has their own policies, so you would need to reach out to each builder. And then possibly even different communities. So maybe DR Horton is in 2 or 3 different communities in the area. So you've registered them with community A, and now you're at community C, you might have to register them also with community C. So just contact the builder, see what their policies are, and then just adhere to the policies of the builder. Builders work differently than resale. They're not really, at least in Texas, not really regulated like resale is. And they all have their different ways of doing things. So just reach out to the builder, excuse me, and follow those guidelines. To the right, you see the builder contact information. So builders partner with us at different levels. If they partner at high levels, they give a lot of information about the listing, and they give a lot of contact information. This might be their internet sales office or their, a corporate number. I've had pretty good luck at contacting that number and asking them for the on-site sales contact in whatever community I'm shopping for my buyer. And they've given me that. So that's really more, I think, in my opinion, more valuable to you, because that's the person you're going to be talking to. And that's the person that, you're going to probably meet up with in the community. And so you might get that information as well. And then this is how you would contact the builder. So it would give you some good information here. So that usually is underneath the preview on the search results full page, and then full detail mode. I do want to kind of digress for a moment. This webinar is a webinar on how to buy and sell new and what builders are doing to make things a little easier for you to do it online. If you have like real specific questions about the platform, I ask that you save those questions for the webinar that we do on how to use the platform and all the tools within it. This is more about, I would prefer you keep your questions more honed into this particular webinar. I meant to say that earlier and just neglected to, so I'm going to throw that in there. I said that we partner with MLSs and brokers across the country. This is a sample of the different MLSs and brokers with which we partner. And ERA, we partner with them. I believe it's nationwide that we partner with the ERA brokerage. So again, this is just a sample of the different brokers. If Suzanne would likely know if you're with a partnered broker. If you don't know if your broker was, MLS. There's a lot of brokers. If you don't know if your MLS is partnered with us, please reach out to Suzanne. She can likely tell you. If they're not partnered with us, if you want to give us their information, we're happy to reach out to them to see if they'd like to partner with us to have NHS Pro be a part of the tools they offer to their members. It's at no cost to them as well to have that be one of their resources for their members. And we'd be happy to talk to them about it. Here's a few agent testimonials. Jim is saying he sold a new home and he used the Home Source Professional, which made it a lot easier for him to do this and to give his buyer information about the community and the communities and amenities. Cindy says it's easy to use and it's kind of her first go-to place when she's looking for new construction. Mike and Sally said in a changing market, it's always great to be prepared with both resale and new. And NHS Pro is a great resource for helping their clients. I actually believe that as well. Especially in Austin. Austin's always been a strong market. Right now we have a shortage of resale and it's just a little bit crazy. It's like the Wild West out there trying to get your buyer a resale home. So new construction can be a great alternative, and certainly to add that into your inventory for offerings to your buyer. All right, part 2, let's take a dive into why show and sell new homes. First, they're never lived in homes. A lot of people like that brand new, fresh, clean home that you just walk into. They're easy to show. You don't have to worry about anybody living there. Or I think that the whole coronavirus thing is waning and things are getting back to a sense of normal again. So it's not such a big concern, but there still are people out there who would rather not go into someone else's home and not know who's been in there. So it's just really easy to show. New homes offer floor plans and features for the way we live today, which is really awesome. Open concepts that are really popular and in a lot of these brand new homes. So it's just really kind of geared to the way we live today. A new home is under warranty and unlikely to need repairs for years. So you have that sense of things aren't going to break right away. But if something major did happen, you've got that warranty in place. I sold a new home and had a 10-year warranty. So as opposed to the resale homes that I sell, that we usually get them a 1-year limited warranty for that home. Some buyers may still be hesitant to have remodeling crews in an older home. They may buy a house and they've got this vision for it. They see they can make it an open concept or whatever that is, whatever that vision is for them. And they've got to get these crews in there now to get the job done. As I mentioned, with never lived in new homes and being clean and easy to show and sell, some buyers don't want a lot of people. They don't know what they're doing in their off time or where they're going. They don't want these people in their house working. So they turn to the new homes because they're ready to go, ready to move in when it's done, and they don't have to have the remodeling crews. So that's just, some of the buyers out there. A typical new home uses 30% less energy than a home 5 to 7 years old. When I think of a home 5 to 7 years old, I think that's fairly new. But a brand new home uses 30% less energy, and that's pretty significant. Now you get into these much older homes, maybe you're saving a lot more than that on your energy bill. And that can be very important to a lot of people from a financial standpoint and just more energy efficient from a green home standpoint kind of thing. Builders provide an option for low inventory markets. As I mentioned, Austin, we have low inventory and resale. So factoring in new construction, new build homes is really helpful for us here in our market. And I think in markets across the country, we're still seeing a bit of that. So again, just a really great opportunity to add in new builds as an option. Again, most popular floor plans and options in these new homes. Went to a community here, a DR Horton. It was a DR Horton builder in a community, and they are putting it's called a release. They're releasing their homes for sale on a Friday, I think, and they start when the foundation is laid. So you can't go pick your lots with them right now. And I thought, well, maybe my buyer could be a part of the building process and choose her design options and all of that sort of thing. And nope, they were not allowing that. With that particular builder, their policy right now is that it's released for sale. They take bids, basically offers over the course of the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then on Monday, they choose which buyer they're going to have purchased that listing. And I said, well, can the buyer at least choose design options? And they said, nope, it's all been pre-selected and you cannot change it. So that's how that particular builder was operating in that community in the Austin area. So be sure and ask all the questions. Be sure you educate yourself and then educate your buyer. It's our jobs as agents to educate our buyers. So ask all the questions and be sure you educate your buyers. All right, so here we have a new home consumer search index, and this is as of 3/19/2022. The blue line shows the number of people shopping for new homes currently, and the gold line shows the number of people searching online for new homes a year ago. So you will see that it was up for a long time. It was up. And through the pandemic, builders were having record highs. As I told you before, they got so inundated with requests for new construction homes that they started not even paying, some of the builders started not even paying commissions to realtors because they felt like they didn't need realtors. They had so much demand, they could not even keep up. And the number of sales just shot up. But then over time, it started to kind of dip a little and then raise. But you can see that the gold line now is higher last year than this year, which really signifies that it's changing. The market is changing. It's not how it used to be still, and there's still a high demand for new construction homes in our area at least. But you will see week over week it's down 6%. And this week last year it's down 33%. So that is, something to consider. And I think as this happens, in my personal opinion, that we will see builders recognizing the need for agents to bring their buyers to their communities. And that just makes this platform even more valuable. I think that keeping resale in your pocket along with new construction is wise. And I think this slide is very telling. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this slide. So we want this to be accurate information for you and for us. And we look at frequency or volume searches for thousands of search terms in several hundreds of housing markets across the nation. We look to see what consumers are searching for in Google, terms like real estate, new homes, buying a new home, all these different things. And we can see, and we also search on New Home Source. I mentioned New Home Source before. New Home Source is also a platform we created for builders. So it's the builder version of this platform. Consumers can jump on New Home Source and search different things. And if they give them particular information, ask them questions, then they become a lead for the builder, basically. That's why you never want to call this platform New Home Source or NHS, because that's a totally different platform. If you say that to your buyer and they retain that information and then they jump on New Home Source, which has happened, then they get registered with the buyer and now there's a problem. Now your the builder may not be recognizing you as the agent for your buyer, and your buyer is carrying on unrepresented. And while the on-site person will be lovely and has loads of information for your buyer, at the end of the day, they are the listing agent for the builder and they represent the builder. They are employed by the builder. So you don't want that to happen. But we do get a lot of terms off of New Home Source. We can get a lot of information off there, and we can see that the shoppers that go on there and shop are serious shoppers. So when you're getting leads from New Home Source Professional, these are really interested buyers. So they're really good leads for you. Anyway, we go and do all these we research all this different search data to see that the people that are going on New Home Source Professional are in fact serious shoppers. All right. Let's move on. Online builder tools to help show new homes. This is a Toll Brothers slide. You can see here that there's an on-site person here on the phone ready to walk you through the home. I think that some of the models are opening up again, but still there are some that prefer appointments. I think some of the things that happened through the pandemic might carry forward. I think a lot of these online tools will carry forward. I think that by appointment might carry forward in some instances. I went to see take my buyer to a Meritage home in my area recently, and they were by appointment only still. They did have a model where I could walk my buyer through the model, no problem. But as far as the on-site person talking with us or going over anything, that was a no, because that would be by appointment only. So just again, check with the builders before you go, or take your buyers there and see how they're carrying on with things. In some areas, they're still doing some FaceTime stuff. So maybe you can get them on FaceTime and walk your buyer through and have the online person FaceTiming you, or maybe the online person's walking you and your buyer through the house and you're on FaceTime. So something like, different things they're doing just to make it easier for you and your buyer. Maybe your buyer lives out of state, and this is a great method to walk them through the home. All right, let's kick on over to some online and virtual tools for you and your buyer. There are eight different tools here, and most of them are found on builder websites. A few of them are found on New Home Source Professional. Now, as an agent myself, I would never send my buyer to New Home Source, and I would very unlikely send my buyer to a builder website. Certainly not if you don't have them registered already. But you can sit down with your buyer, or you could Zoom them in or FaceTime them in, whatever that looks like. And you can utilize these tools with your buyer to show them some wonderful thing, wonderful, some really wonderful things that they can do and make this, see how this house might suit them even better. Let's go over some of these tools. The virtual home tours is found on New Home Source Professional. You agent have that on your end of things. I don't believe that's on what the buyer would see. So you get and each agent gets their own website they can customize to themselves that they can share with buyers to search new homes through that particular agent. We call it the showingnew.com site. I don't believe there's any way for your buyer to do a virtual home tour when they're shopping through that tool. However, on your end of things, when you are pulling up listings, you can get access to virtual home tours. It's not on every listing, but a lot of the listings do have this. So you could sit with your buyer and you could walk through these different homes virtually with your buyer. Again, you could Zoom them in or FaceTime them in and walk them through the homes. And what a virtual tour is if a home has been built, we take a Matterport camera, which takes a whole bunch of pictures, and then the Matterport software stitches those pictures together to provide a virtual tour of the home. You basically can just walk through that home. It's a very effective way to virtually walk through the home to show your buyer, to show you and your buyer what that home looks like on the inside without actually physically walking through the home. It's super valuable and helpful. So maybe you do that first and your buyer says, wow, this is awesome. This home does look like it would fit my needs. I'd love to see the area. I'd love to see the home in person. And then you either make that appointment or you go and see them, see that home in person. So this is a really, really helpful way to really kickstart that process. Now, the second tool is photorealistic renderings, also found on New Home Source Professional. And what this is, if a home has not been built, we step in and do computer-generated imaging using the latest game engine technology to get those photorealistic renderings that look like still shots. And you still get a 360-degree tour to be able to virtually walk through the home. So that's just amazing and awesome to me that you can virtually walk through a home that hasn't even been built, but know what it's going to look like on the inside. So that's a great thing. So the virtual home tours, the realistic renderings are extremely similar. One is homes that are actually built, one is homes that have not been built, but to be able to virtually walk your buyer through the home. The third thing is the community site plan. Now, this particular tool would be found on builder websites. Not all builders have these. We actually at BDX design a lot of these tools, and then the builders would purchase this or pay to have this on their website. These tools are phenomenal and so great at being able to help your buyer make choices. So the community site plan, basically, we overlay it on the builder's website on top of their Google satellite image photo. The Google satellite image allows you to see all the roads that surround the new home community. You can see local restaurants, local retailers, and all of this sort of thing. So we overlay the community site plan on top of that Google satellite image of the area. And you can see here, now you can see all of the different lots within that community. You can click You click on a lot that is available for sale, and it gives you a little legend here of what, you know, green is, what blue is, what gold is, what red is, all the different things. And so you click on a lot that is available for sale. You click one more time to see which new homes or plans would fit onto that lot. And you could click a third time and you can do the interactive floor plan or a virtual tour or a video of that home. So that's super awesome if you have a buyer who wants to choose a lot, see, or choose a floor plan. Maybe they're, if a lot's more important, then choose a lot. If floor plan's more important, choose a floor plan, and then see which ones go together. And then also to see, take a virtual tour or use an interactive floor plan, it's the interactive floor plan within this particular tool. So that's a great, great tool. And then the fourth tool here is the interactive floor plan, also found on builder websites. And the interactive floor plan is where a buyer can drag and drop furniture to get a sense of what will fit into the room, sort of a sense of scale. If you don't feel comfortable sending your buyer to the builder website, which I'd already told you I don't usually, then you can sit down with them yourself and they can do this with you, or you can Zoom them in if you can't get together, and you can go through these different things. But on the interactive floor plan, you can do all kinds of things. You can move walls. Maybe it's a large room and you want to separate it by a wall, or maybe it's two small rooms and you want to see what it would look like taking that wall out and split that room in, make that room into two rooms, or split a big room into two rooms. And there's just so much more you can do with their interactive floor plan. Great, great tool to sit down with your buyer. I would suggest you go on and kind of play with some of these tools just so you're knowledgeable about it, and then help out your buyer, like adding value to you, adding value as a realtor to your buyers. All right, moving on to the comprehensive galleries, just like resell on the MLS. I think it's extremely important to get good photography on there. So when people are looking at your listing, they're seeing these beautiful photos. It's really showing your listing in a great light. It's kind of the first impression, and attracts buyers to this property to want to actually go and physically see the property. So same thing with these new construction homes. We are constantly asking the builders to provide lots and lots of wonderful imagery. They can be photos of the house, the yard, the community, and even the amenities in the community. But these are beautiful photos of these homes that really attract the interest of the buyers and get the buyers maybe to want to go and see those homes, to really stop and take note. So I think that's important with resale and with new builds. All right, the sixth one is the interactive room visualizer. And with this tool, you're able to personalize the home to the desire and taste of the buyer. You can click on things like countertops and change the color. Or maybe they've got different options. Maybe they've got Corian or granite, whatever that builder has in there as options. You can change flooring, light fixtures, faucets, and all of the things that you're choosing are options the builder really does offer. And usually they often offer those in standard, good, better, or best options. So the buyer can make all those different choices and see what it's going to look like in that home. Again, that's just such a great tool to be able to sit down and do all these things virtually with your buyer for a new construction home. Interactive room visualizers are also found on builder websites. Online Design Center. So the Online Design Center, we call it Envision. This is a comprehensive design center that we make, and your buyer will look at options the builder, again, actually offers. Envision has the largest content of building products, with over 350,000 building products from over 350,000 manufacturers. If a builder decides to no longer offer a product, The builder promptly will remove it as an option. Excuse me. This is an excellent way for your buyer to make their selections. So I would, again, sit down, familiarize yourself with the product, and utilize this tool with your buyers. The last tool here on this slide is the Trust Builder ratings and reviews. This is fairly new to New Home Source Professional platform. Previously, it was found on the New Home Source only, and we always warned you to never send your buyers there, but you agent could go there. Now we don't have to worry about that because now we have it on New Home Source Professional, and we're very excited to have it here. And this basically rates the different builders. So maybe your buyer is interested in a particular floor plan in a particular community, but they don't know really anything about that builder. So then you could go over here on Trust Builder ratings and reviews. You could personally do it, or you could sit down with your buyer and do it, and look up that builder and see what they say. So these reviews are on the largest and most comprehensive set of homes, and they're real reviews by real home buyers and real home builders. Instead of just hearing from a happy few or unhappy few, BDX contacts the builders independently, and we let them know we're working on behalf of the industry, and they would like them to rate their builder on a scale of 1 to 5. So we contact the buyers and we ask them to rate their builder on a scale of 1 to 5 stars and comment on the specific deliverables of that builder. And we ask them to be honest, because that's what helps, right? Dishonesty is not helpful. In the grand scheme of things, it's very not helpful. Quite the opposite. So they rate their builder, and then it populates here on the Trust Builder ratings and reviews, which can be extremely helpful. And again, adding value as a realtor to your buyer. So just to summarize, the virtual home tours, the photorealistic renderings, and the Trust Builder rating reviews are found on, and the comprehensive galleries. So those 4 are found on New Home Source Professional platform. The community site plans, interactive floor plans, interactive room visualizers, and online design centers are found on builder websites. So those are some great, great tools that can really be helpful to a buyer. Here is a Pulte home slide. Builders offer video tours via FaceTime, Zoom, and private tours of model homes. So this is, again, could be an agent walking through a new home. Maybe they're FaceTiming in their buyer and they're walking through the home with the on-site person. But this is just a way that during the pandemic, builders really stepped up, really stepped up and made things very easy for agents and buyers to continue to see homes in a world where you couldn't actually physically walk through a home. And a lot of these things are carrying forward into our quote unquote new normal, and they're retaining a lot of these things because it is very helpful. It can be very effective on saving time. It can be very effective when you have a buyer that's not here and still be able to walk through a house virtually. And it can be a very great way to kind of kick off the whole process, where maybe they're looking at several homes, and instead of spending several hours, you spend a lot less time virtually walking through those homes, and they decide, oh, well, that one's not going to work because of this and that. So you take it off your list and you just go see the ones that really seem to be a good fit for your buyer. You know, working smart and working really to make the best use of your very valuable time. How builders are offering homes to buyers. Has it changed back? As you can see in this slide, next easy offer event starting soon. So as I mentioned with D.R. Horton, they're not the only ones. Other builders out there are doing these easy offer events. So that's something that is completely new and post-pandemic. Started doing it like toward the end of the pandemic, and it's still going on. I'm hoping it goes away, but it is not gone at this point. So builders will do different things. Some builders are waiting till the homes are almost finished and putting it on the market just so they don't have a lot of delays in closings. As I mentioned, D.R. Horton was putting these homes for sale once the foundation was poured. But we're definitely seeing builders where they're doing this event where they're taking offers over a period of time, and then from those offers choosing who gets to buy it. So that's still in place. We're seeing in our market. Interest lists now forming. I know I went to Meritage Home. They're not, at the time, they were not doing these best and final offer events, but they do have interest lists. So basically they're having this interest list. You put your name on the list. When they release a home, they'll start with number 1. And if they're not interested anymore, they'll go to number 2, and so on and so forth. Once they get to the person that's interested, then they basically negotiate their deal. That's it. So it's still quite different than pre-pandemic times. Then there's the be first in line and get added to our wait. Well, that's the same thing, the wait list. So we're seeing these two things still very much in the market right now. But based on that slide I showed you and the way things are going, we're hopeful that things will get back to a little bit more normal, to the way perhaps it was before the pandemic. Only time will tell. And the market, right? Market's cyclical and it's ever changing. Confirming your part in the process. So we have seen builders offer 3%, 4%, and 5% commission depending on different things. Maybe you sell the first home in a community, you get 3%. Maybe you sell 3 homes in a community, you get 4%. Maybe you sell more than 3 homes, you get 5%. Whatever that looks like, we have seen that going on. So again, it's very important for you to contact the builder in every situation and confirm the commission. As I mentioned, it's our expectation that all the builders on this platform pay commissions, whether it's 1% to 5%. If they're paying a commission, great. If they're not, they shouldn't be here. If for some reason you come across a builder that's not paying commissions, please let us know, and we will address that situation and make it right, work to make it right. But I've also seen builders doing promotions again, which is wonderful. We didn't see that for a long time. And I think the one I recently saw was in a particular community. And if you purchase by a certain date, they would give $10,000 toward closing costs. So that's huge. Probably have to use their lender, but still, these things are coming back, and that's really great. But you need to, in order for you to know these things, you need to reach out to the builder and confirm commissions, and do it in email. We call it writing. That's today's writing, right? So in an email, just confirm the commission with the builder on the different listings that your buyer has great interest. That's the agent's job. And protect your commission. We're working with builders to help agents register buyers online. This is Richmond American Homes, and you'll see here you can actually register your client here. So that is so cool. So cool. You can go on their website and you can get your client registered right here. It says secure your commission with the 30-day client registration. So that's the expiration date on that registration. Just like buyer's representation agreements have expiration dates. Now, granted, that can be 6 months out, but they do have expiration dates. So do a lot of these registrations. Just again, talk with the buyer, learn what that is, take good notes. On this one, it's 30 days. Maybe you put an alert in your phone on the 29th day. And the 30th day, need to re-register my client with Richmond American Homes in that community, because maybe they still are interested in that community, but you haven't pulled the trigger yet. So pay attention to the details and just make sure you're on top of things. But this is so cool that they actually put this on their website to make this easy for us agents. Keys to success. So this is going to basically summarize a little bit. Builders' business models are different. Each builder has their own set of policies. Know what's going on in your market. Be proactive. When you're sending properties out to your buyers, maybe you call before you send those properties out to your buyers and you figure out what that looks like so you can educate your buyer. Hey, I think you're going to really love this property. Here's how it works in that community. And of course, you agent want to know how to get them registered because that's super important as well. You want to register, get your buyers registered. So learn the different models that you're working with for new builds. Agents can easily request virtual tours via smartphone using FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, or even private model home tours by appointment. Most builders offer virtual sales center visits. Many builders also use our Envision Online Design Center, enabling your buyers to select the options online. So I definitely think the Envision tool is super, super valuable and helpful in the initial stages of the process to see if that buyer is actually gonna love and be able to change it to suit their tastes and desires and love that home. A lot of times you get your buyer to model and they're going, oh my gosh, this is so great. This is much better in person. And they're just in love with it. So there are a lot of different options for you to show that to your buyer, and maybe you do it certain things in different stages, but just know that's all available. And again, not all builders have Envision on their website, but a lot of the big builders do. And if they do have it, it's just such a great tool to go in there and work with it with your buyer. NHS Pro is working with builders to help agents register buyers online. You'll see throughout the new Home Source Professional platform that request to register my client. Not all builders do that. And the expectation is that builders, once you send that note to that builder, they're going to respond to you quickly. If they don't, please let us know and we'll see how we can help. But we are encouraging builders daily to allow agents to register buyers online. Never lived in new homes are safe and comfortable to show and sell. With existing home listings down sharply, at least in our market, new homes are a great solution. And solution might be a bit of a strong term, honestly, because with new homes, with resale numbers down and new construction numbers also down, these builders are continuing to do these releases where they're taking best and final offers, or the waiting list where you might not be at the top. So it can still be a challenge to get your buyer a home, but with a lot of effort and diligence and persistence, it can be done. And certainly adding new builds to your inventory of resale gives you a greater advantage and opportunity to get that done. Part 3, circling back to tools and support for you on the new Home Source Professional platform. Search new construction homes. So this is 1,300 plus builders. I know it's 1,000 plus builders for sure on the platform itself. We don't partner with every builder there is. We are happy to partner with builders. If you work with a builder or would like to work with a builder in a particular community and you're not seeing that they're on here, you can certainly reach out to us through the contact us button in the new Home Source Professional account, bottom of the page, and let us know that builder's name, the city, state, community. And if you've got contact information, great. We will happily reach out to that builder to see if they're interested in having their listings on the platform and getting more exposure to agents, honestly. So we're happy to do that if you want to give those to us. We have over 100,000 plus listings on the platform, and we do free how-to webinars. So we do several different webinars. We do a webinar every week, and some weeks they are the how-to webinars. That's the one I was telling you about, where you can jump on and see how to use all the different tools, exactly how to use all the different tools within the platform. And we do recommend you do that to get the best benefit from the platform and be able to generate those leads for yourself. We do this particular webinar. We do I think it's maybe quarterly, we do a new feature spotlight webinar. We've got one of those coming up actually, and basically just going over some of the new features that we're enhancing, how we're enhancing the platform. And then we do a webinar with, I want to say it's every month. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe every 6 weeks or so, with David Fletcher, who is the co-founder of the New Home Co-Broker Academy, has a ton of experience working with builders. And he co-founded the Academy. He teaches the New Home Co-Broker certification class. Both Suzanne and I have taken it. And it's basically from a builder standpoint and their expectations, really valuable class. So we do, you can jump on your New Home Source Professional account under the resource tab, click webinars, and it tells you what's currently on the schedule for webinars. But those are all really, really great webinars for you to take, and certainly recommend, if you're not familiar with how to use the platform, to do this. The platform's user friendly, but when you don't know, you don't know. So I definitely recommend the how-to webinar for sure. So basically you can search new homes and use filters to really narrow down that search, to be very intentional about what you're sending to your buyers. And so that's one thing. And then two, we give you we call it the agent branded capture page, or showingnew.com site. This is an example of Suzanne's. Basically, you get a customized URL. You can promote it in social media. Here she's got it on Facebook. So when she takes that URL, her URL, and copies and pastes it into her Facebook account, this is what populates. It would be her picture, this little blurb here, and then she puts her post and her hashtags. Hashtags are terms people search. And if they search the term you've hashtagged, then maybe your post populates into their results. And whammy, if they want to look for a new house, they can search a new home through, now in this case, through Suzanne, right? So you promote the URL in social media. You can put it in your email signature. Anybody you send an email to could search new homes through you. And it encourages buyers to stay with you. Any leads you get, if they do anything but search, if they save a search or have a question, it redirects right back to that agent. And then now that's a free lead to that agent. The more you post, the more exposure you get, the more opportunity you have for those free leads. So posting to social media, you can only do it through the platform, but that's such a great way to market yourself and get free leads. So that's the URL I was talking about, the showingnew.com. That's basically giving them your website to search brand new construction through you. Now, sharing properties to social media is a third big thing. You can share quick move-in and to be built new homes, marketing yourself as a new home expert. These new homes help solve the shortage of resale and get free leads to you. Again, so this is Suzanne, an example of Suzanne's. She's put this into Facebook. This is a listing that she's gotten from a search that she did on the platform. When she pulls that into her Facebook, it automatically puts this home right here in this little blurb right here. She creates her post. She tries to get a little hook and gives them an action item. Keep paying, raising rent or growing equity in a home you own, ? So if they click this and check it out, and they ask her a question or save the search, it redirects straight to her. So she's getting that lead. That's a free lead to her. Again, they search these hashtags. We actually recommend you put in 10, but if they search home buyer, and then it could pull her, I'm sorry about that. Then it could pull her post into their search results. And now she's on their radar with this particular listing. So that's really cool. You can only search, you can only post these listings to the social media channels in the platform. We need to update this because we've added LinkedIn. So we offer Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. You can share these listings to any of those social media channels. You just have to do it through the platform. Co-op verification badge and registration. So confirm co-op means that we have confirmed with that builder. They've sent to us a paper that says, yes, we do. And we put this badge on their listings. The unconfirmed co-op badge that you'll see on here is we have every reason to believe they are paying a commission, but we have not gotten that from them to say, yes, we are. And then the ones at home don't have any badge. We don't know whether they're paying or not. You can, your search results, when you do the results, you can sort it by click on this and then click on this and then confirm co-op first, so that all the confirmed co-op first appear first in your list. Again, we're working to only have builders that co-op. So eventually they're going to all be confirmed co-ops, and we're hoping to get this done in the near future. New Home Source Professional widget. That's the fourth and final thing, fourth and final tool we'll go over. And that is, and I'm sorry, I'm going over a little bit here. This is what the widget looks like. It's designed only for your realtor website. So you put this on your realtor website, and it allows people to kind of toggle back and forth. They're on your realtor website searching resale. They see, oh, new construction homes, I'd like to check that out. So now they're checking out resale through you, agent. This is going to keep them with you. They're over there searching new construction home listings, and you put when you built out your custom website, your shownew.com site, you put your realtor website address in a field that allows them to hit your broker logo and go back to your realtor website. So now they've gone over to your realtor website by using this search engine from your realtor website. Now they want to get back to your realtor website, and you've told them, hey, just click my broker logo when you're on my website, and it'll take you back to my realtor website. So they can click on it, bam, takes them back to your realtor website, toggling back and forth between you, not jumping off and getting with the builder or something else. So just really important, I think, to use these tools all together and get this on your realtor website. And if you want to take this course, get the certification, just look for this icon on the site. I believe it's on there. Just click it. That is not free. That's with the New Home Co-Broker Academy. It's a trusted partner. So there is a fee for that, but you can get that certification and get that knowledge by taking the course. It's 3 hours CE in Florida, unfortunately, not for the rest of us. And this just kind of talks about that a little bit more. Okay, let's go over these FAQs really quickly. Will builders receive my buyer's contact information? No, we never share that information with builders. Are all builders listed on Pro? No, they are not. And again, if you want a particular builder on there, through the contact us button, just give us builder name, contact information if you have it, city, state, and community, and we'll reach out to those builders to see if they're interested in putting their listings on the platform. How do I know if a builder pays commission and what that amount will be? In general, builders listed on this platform do pay commissions. Policies and commission amounts vary from builder to builder. So it's important to contact the builder and confirm what that looks like. Sometimes they pay enhanced commissions, and you want to know that too. So just be sure to contact the builder and find out what that commission looks like for them. We recommend that you contact them directly and confirm the details in an email. How do I register my buyer with a builder? The tab I showed you is a great place to start. Use that to contact the builder if you can. Before COVID, you were required to accompany your builder to see a home the first time that you showed that home. And sometimes that's just not possible now. And also it's changed a little bit. Some things that were put into place during the pandemic remain in place. So reach out to the builder, see what that looks like. NHS Pro, again, is continually encouraging builders to allow online registration to get buyers registered with agents. We recommend agents educate their buyers, super important. And ask them to state up front, if they do talk to a builder, ask them to state up front that they are represented by an agent. Can I place my NHS Pro widget on Facebook or social media? No, the widget was designed only for a realtor website. That's the only place you can put it. But you can put your URL to your shownew.com into Facebook or social media, anywhere you want. So that's a great way to market yourself, and then buyers would shop through you. Can my MLS or brokerage have a free co-branded version of the NHS Pro platform? Yes, we would be happy to discuss a partnership with your MLS or brokerage. Just let us know who that MLS is. Any contact information is greatly appreciated, and we'll reach out to them. It's at no cost to them, and MLSs are usually very happy to offer this platform to their members through their MLS tools. And you can do that through the contact us button, which is what we prefer. You can also send us an email with that information to support@newhomesourceprofessional.com. The contact us is really the preferred method, but this is acceptable. And then lastly, I want to leave you with our website addresses. So www.newhomesourceprofessional.com. If you're not with a partner, that's where you go to set up your account. Our Facebook address and our Twitter address. We'd love for you to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We do give you some great information there as well. So this is here. All of you will be getting a follow-up email tomorrow with a link to the recording of this webinar. I hope that Suzanne was able to get to all of your questions. She's really great. If she didn't, then we will get back to you in an email. And thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. I hope you found this to be very valuable, and you can take it and use all of this information to boost your business, make it better, and to also add value as a realtor to your buyers. Thank you so, so much, and have a wonderful day. I hope it's productive and blessed. Thanks again. Bye-bye.